Hello, my name is Ryan Salamon, and I'll be talking to you about ethics. The human understanding of our Earth and the universe is constantly changing, but so is our fundamental understanding of ethics. So what are ethics anyway? Well, ethics define who we are and how we act. Ethical codes exist throughout the world, and this is because society is built upon ethics. Ethics are the moral glue that we build relationships upon. But some people don't realize that ethics have to be considered at all times and in all environments. And some don't realize how important ethics are at the workplace. And that is why I'll be talking to you about the everyday ethics at work. Workplaces, like any environment, are much like zoos. The people you will encounter on an everyday basis come from all walks of life and carry with them different experiences, values, and beliefs. And because of this, it's easy to feel lost. Lost in a workplace where people have different emotions, feelings, backgrounds, hobbies, and individual perceptions of what is right and what is wrong. The question then becomes, well, how do we act ethically in the workplace? Well, we can look to the past for some answers. Past philosophers, like Immanuel Kant, would argue that respect for our common humanity is the most important principle of ethics. If this is the case, then we have to understand how to act ethically in the workplace. Like I said earlier, ethics are the foundations of a good relationship. A relationship based in respect, dignity, humanity, morality, and selflessness. The most common ethical dilemmas faced in the workplace are often between the employer and the employee, and it is in their relationship where we can help clarify how to act ethically in the workplace. Respect goes both ways in the relationship between the employee and the employer. The relationship is a symbiotic and communal one, and one that should be based on mutual respect. However, due to the imbalance of power, the employee can easily be mistreated and not shown the right amount of respect he or she inherently deserves. This is because workplace treatment is most commonly reported as having been by someone who has authority over the victim. In the workplace, the employer certainly holds that authority and must learn how to ethically manage their employees. To do that, we should take a look at the four most common types of employee mistreatment. There are four common types of employee mistreatment, and the first is a form of workplace aggression. Workplace bullying can be for many reasons, and it can be physical, psychological, or verbal. In most cases, it involves threats to the professional status or the personal standing of an individual. Bullying can lead to the isolation of employees and can lead to the overworking of individuals. And in extreme cases, workplace bullying can cross the threshold into discrimination, which can eventually lead to a hostile work environment. In a hostile work environment, you might have excessive micromanagement. You might have individuals interfering or sabotaging one another, and in worst cases, you might even have individuals humiliating and publicly reprimanding one another. The second type of workplace mistreatment is being placed in hostile work environments. When businesses decide to go abroad and enter the global market, they are also taking on a lot of risk in terms of managing their employees. These risks are not only financial ones, but risks that pose significant threats to the health and safety of their employees. Employers who are sending their employees abroad need to be honest in expressing the risk associated with what they are doing, and in some cases need to provide the proper training so that they can succeed. Employers must do everything in their power to mitigate the risk, and in some cases where they might not know the best situation, they should hire independent consultants who can assist in the training process to secure the health and safety of their employees. The third type of workplace mistreatment comes from the boundaryless career model and the idea of employability. Boundaryless careers can unfold in a variety of ways. They can occur when both an employee voluntarily leaves and when the employee is involuntarily discharged. In both cases, however, the employee has put an end to career advancement at that organization. The problem nowadays is that we've seen a shift. We've seen a shift from employment, from long-term full-time employment to more of a short-term, limited transactional style of employment. Employability is the likelihood of an individual to gain employment. Employers have an ethical responsibility to care for and assist the employability of their employees, and they should provide resources and training for employees to gain knowledge and increase their skill set. The fourth and last type of workplace mistreatment is discrimination that is based in one's physical appearance. It is part of human nature to discriminate, and the most common kind is facial discrimination. We are constantly evaluating and judging other people, and our first impression of someone is often based on their physical appearance. Because of this, facial discrimination can play a large role in the selection and the treatment of employees. In a competitive work environment, organizations must hire and select employees that have the necessary traits for success. In some businesses, physical attractiveness can be the determinant of that success. Hooters and brands of their nature are built in the physical sex appeal of their workers, and without factoring in facial discrimination, they would lose their reputation and would risk going out of business. When it comes to employee treatment, individuals may receive harassment and sexual abuse due to their physical attractiveness. In more serious situations, some people might not respect another due to their looks. For example, a client who is known to be sexist might not even respect the opinion of a female consultant. It can be a challenging task to manage the everyday ethical problems at the workplace. The relationships between employees and their co-workers and their employers pose many everyday ethical dilemmas. It is a constant and challenging balancing act of responsibilities and ethics. Deciding what and what not to do in the workplace is never easy, but as we learned from Kant, the key is respect. Although mistreatment is common, it can be mitigated so long as we share a common, mutual respect for the humanity and dignity of one another in any work-related environment. That's all I have on the everyday ethics at the workplace. Thank you so much for listening.